So there's this anime coming out right now called The Strongest Magician in the Demon Lord's Army Was a Human. It has a couple episodes out at the moment, and they feel pretty awful to watch. A significant problem with the show is pacing. Nearly every scene feels like it's missing a bunch of context and buildup, which I'm pretty sure is caused by the way the show has been adapted from its source material. Specifically, a manga that started serialization in 2019, which itself is adapted from a light novel that started in 2016. Both appear to still be published. When the show has that many years of backlogged material to adapt, sometimes it reorganizes the story and skips over a bunch of stuff. There's a mixture of incentives to do that. One is that newer stuff is more relevant, so you don't want to spend too much time with that older, more relevant content. Another incentive is to just skip over some of the bad or boring parts, just to give us the most exciting bits from the backlog. A problem this style of adapting will always have is one of pacing, and what I mean by that is basically a problem of build-up to more climactic events. When any piece of media is written, having build-up is often necessary to explain things and is useful for building a sort of tension and anticipation that can be released with those more climactic events. When cutting from an original, you're at best ridding out fluff and cringe, which is good, but if the thing you're adapting doesn't have fluff or cringe and was well paced, you're probably cutting out that tension and anticipation. And at worst, you're cutting out necessary explanatory scenes. And folks, this anime lacks significant tension, anticipation, and explanation. I'm about 70% sure the pacing problems with this show did not exist in the manga. No, the pacing problems are likely due to cut content. Things happen with little to no buildup. Often, in place of showing us something, we'll just get the MC telling us what happened. Exposition. He gives us so much exposition to make up for cut content. Terrible and dense exposition at that. Listen, that kind of thing has its place. At best, it's something like an organic conversation between a character that knows something and a character that doesn't. But at its worst, it's someone explaining something to themselves that they already know that is completely useless information. This show has some of the worst. I shit you not, there is a scene where the main character is walking down a hallway and we hear his inner monologue say, "I'm walking down a hallway." That sentence almost broke me. Yeah, I can see you're walking down a hallway. The pacing of this is so bad. There's a lot of awful, dense exposition, a lot of useless statements of obvious facts, and a lot of moments with little to no buildup that will have you saying, "Oh, I guess that just happened." Visually, the show doesn't fare much better. Some scenes are so dark you can't tell what's happening. Many CG effects look bad and out of place. There is a horrible use of lighting on some of the 3D models and on some of the 2D characters. It's not the worst looking show I've seen. Many scenes look fine, but overall, this is pretty bad. Honestly, there's more to say. I haven't even explained the story, but I won't. I'm just running out of time and it's not worth it. There's even a few things I like about this show, but I'll just leave it there. I recommend not watching this. I hope at least fans of the series can enjoy it. Though, I don't know how likely that is. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.